Tonight, a Phoenix businessman facing almost a decade in federal prison.
A year and a half ago, the FBI raided the tissue bank he ran and leveled some pretty serious allegations. Well, today, a guilty plea. Mike Watkis is live downtown to tell us what happened to the bodies, which were supposed to be donated to science, Mike.
Yeah, right, Jared. It was a case that grabbed headlines all around the country. A Phoenix-based tissue and body donation business targeted in a very high-profile raid. Well, today, the business's owner in court and copping a plea.
Please tell us your true name and your date of birth.
Stephen Douglas Gore, 12/20 of 1966.
48-year-old Valley businessman Stephen Gore in court this morning pleading guilty to one count of illegal control of an enterprise. This after Gore's South Phoenix business, Biological Resource Center, was raided by state and federal officers in early 2014. The for-profit business that advertised itself as a place where people could donate their bodies for medical science.
Biological Resource Center connects those who wish to donate their body to science with medical research and education facilities.
Investigators in hazmat suits removing body bags, body parts, and boxes of evidence during the high-profile 2014 raid, suspecting that Biological Resource Center may have been illegally selling and trafficking its donated bodies, some with communicable diseases like HIV and hepatitis, and for purposes not always approved by the donor.
This is actually a growing industry here in Arizona. We have a lot of seniors, a lot of elderly folks, and so we ought to make sure that we're doing everything we can.
Attorney General Mark Brnovich in court as Stephen Gore entered his guilty plea, calling for changes in state laws to deal with this new and growing industry.
I'm just thoroughly disgusted. Humanity is just stooped to its lowest low.
Gwen Aloya's husband, Louis, agreed to have his body donated to Biological Resource Center before his death in 2013. But now, after all the problems, the raid, and evidence, including body parts being stored for nearly a year, Gwen not sure if the ashes she now has on her mantle are those of her beloved husband.
The AG's office says we have every reason to believe that they are his remains. Well, how do you know? They've never asked me for any DNA or anything.
I would call on policymakers to strengthen our laws because I think we're going to end up seeing more of these kind of cases, unfortunately, just based on our population.
Yeah, Stephen Gore in court today pleading guilty to that one count of illegal control of an enterprise. He's scheduled to be back on December 11th to be sentenced. He could get from probation all the way to just under 9 years in prison. Likelihood it will be much less than that, and that doesn't sit well with the family members who say that they've really been given a life sentence, not knowing what has actually become of their loved ones. And we're going to have more on this story coming up at 6 in downtown Phoenix. I'm Mike Watkis for 3TV.